Well, hey everybody. Hope you're getting something out of these videos. Well, what I said we're going to do, we're going to start and see if it works. We don't know, but we're getting ready to call Brett Blades in Grand Prairie, Texas, Dallas, because I should have been with him last week for the 40th anniversary of the Healey Roundup. So I miss my friend and Susan and all my Texas buddies. They're also fantastic. And couldn't get there, but I'd like to know how they're doing, because you guys who know Brett Blades, aka we call him Bart T. Goof. The reason he's called Bart T. Goof is because about 30 years ago he used to travel from Texas to the East Coast for Southeastern Classics, which is like a roundup. It's family, have fun, an excuse to get together and drive our cars and drink. That's basically it. See each other. But laid back, fun shows. And he used to get there, and he had a head of Bart Simpson glued to the front of his cow, and that was his hood ornament. And he had this homemade steering wheel that was giant in wood. And we got to be calling him Bart T. Goof. And he was one of our margarita experts and used to make all the margaritas. He has a business in Texas, and he Blade Designs. And he's the one that also makes and sells the kits for doing modern air conditioning into your car, and all kinds of neat things that he's always coming up with. And he has a business of working from your home to go fix your Healeys. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try a speakerphone and give old Bart T. Goof a call. So we'll find out if this is going to work.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hendricks.
Good afternoon, Mr. Blades. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. The day is beautiful. It's about 72 degrees and the sun is shining.
Well, that is fantastic. We got the same thing here. Just, of course, I have to threaten somebody's life if they want to come up and play with me.
Well, you know, it's a threat anytime somebody shows up to see you, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're doing the What You Doing thing because we missed you this year and we couldn't hook up. So all your friends here on the East Coast want to know about how you doing there and what you're doing and how everybody's doing.
First of all, I want to clarify what you mean by hooking up. I think that may be a bit misleading for some people, but I didn't get to see you except at the Flood Fest in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, how was your trip back in the monsoon? Did you happen to go by Noah and the Ark on the way back through Louisiana?
Yeah, by the time we got back to Meridian, Mississippi, it had stopped raining.
Oh, so it's just for my southeastern.
Yeah.
Well.
It started raining on us in Tupelo, and it continued to rain until we got back to Meridian. So, yes, it was very localized.
Yeah, which reminds me, I wanted to know if I had made Roundup, and me and Harold, did it rain that weekend?
Yes.
Of course.
It was cold and rainy in Granbury on the weekend that it was supposed to be held.
Yeah, okay. Then I would have probably been blamed for it if it had happened.
Yeah, well, you know, just the fact that you planned on coming is what made it rain. So.
Yeah, I'm going to be calling Chuck and Edie soon and talking to them. And Chuck and I only had one show, and Edie, that we were at all this year. And I think it was a picnic at the end of the year, and it wasn't raining. And he said, I can't believe this. You're here, and I'm here. I pretty much thought that you made it rain everywhere you went. I was blaming you for all the car shows that were wet. So what are you up to these days? Working on cars? What you inventing?
Well, right now we just had a question posed to you. We're sanding a hardtop down to refinish it, and it appears that there's some discoloration on it, and we think it's due to possum pee. And the question is, do we need to sand that completely off, or will paint stick to possum pee?
Paint will absolutely stick to possum pee. Just prep solid. I guarantee you, I got a lot of possums painted around here. I'm doing good.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I've just been building some air conditioner bracket inventory and working on some big boy steering wheels. You know, my flat bottom wheel like I've got in Luann. And my latest thing is the power outlets for the roadsters. I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah, you did. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think so.
That is awesome. So explain it. I got the compressor came on, of course.
Yeah.
So that may be messing this up, but hell, who knows? We're just winging it. It won't last long, but I got the picture, and it's for the roasters, and I went, yep, that's a good space for it. So tell me about it.
It's not a knee knocker. It mounts under the heater control panel. Actually uses the two bolts that hold the heater control panel in place. And it's got a large power outlet, like a cigarette lighter, and then two USB ports, one for a phone and one that'll do a tablet. And then you'll see the two holes on the side there. Those are supposed to be populated with windshield wiper switches from a Roadster. And you get a switch knob, one that says F for fog lights, one that says L for driving lights, and that gives you a nice place to mount all that stuff without drilling any holes in your deck.
Yeah, it was a nice setup, and you got that wheel I know I sent you to make something out of it.
I appreciate it. I have 4 walnut blanks that I've routed out that I'm working on, and one of them is going to go on that core that you sent me. So
good.
I'll cut it down a little bit. They're not quite as, the ones I make aren't quite as big. The diameter of the wheel itself is 1 inch, around the outside, and they're 15 inches across. So
yeah, I love those fat boy steering wheels you make. Wooden, and at the bottom where it usually comes out round and it hits your belly, even the wooden smaller ones, he cuts it and makes it with wood straight across, so it's more like a Indianapolis steering wheel, but you can turn the wheel without rubbing your fat belly button.
Well, the main thing is it makes it easier to get in and out of the Healey. You
Yeah.
don't have to squeeze your leg under the steering wheel. There is one thing, you do have to park with the wheels pointed straight ahead, so the flat part of the steering wheel's at the bottom, or it doesn't do you much good.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that in the South. Is Susan doing all right?
Yeah, she's doing just fine. She's doing almost all her work remotely these days. So she's doing a lot of baking. She's got her website going, myRecipeReviews.com, and she's been getting a lot of hits lately with everybody staying home.
Yeah, all you can do is just eat. Or make babies.
Liquor sales are up here in Texas because they deem liquor stores to be essential businesses.
Yeah,
And,
I can agree. In Texas, it is.
Yeah, well, liquor sales are up 40%, beer and wine's up 30%. I figure the birth rate's going to go up about 30%, and I think the divorce rate's probably going to go up about 40%.
Yeah, that'll even out. That'll be about good. So I'm going to be giving old Lomax a call in Canada next. So catch the videos. I sent you the link to my URL.
Well, I appreciate that.
And you can see what's happening with John and Jim and Trish and Helen and how they're hanging out in there. Because right now, if we make it and have a car show, about the only one to be left to do is October Southeastern. The Atlanta's putting on, and My God, they may have the biggest Southeastern Classic in history. It may be 700-800 cars show up for one show in fall.
Well, you know, and all that, there's no telling how out of control everybody will get with all that pent-up energy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I sent the sponsorship money for Margaritaville for the roundup, and they already told me, said, "Well, put Bart in charge." So anyway, nobody got to drink it.
Well, it's just postponed till September.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so might be making that after all. We'll just have to play it by ear. But man, good to hear from you, Squire.
Well, it's good to talk to you, and don't work too hard or kiss any coronas.
Yeah, look at my videos I sent you. You haven't been getting them, but I killed the Queen Corona. Because I started it off with another friend's camera, and I put duct taped a roll of toilet paper over my doorway, because that's the Gentile version of Passover. And then over Easter, I found this giant size of a softball coronavirus dead on my stoop. So I videoed that, and I went, "We killed that bitch." So you have to check it out.
I will as soon as I get home. Right now, I got fiberglass dust all over me from standing on this hardtop.
Oh.
I'm happy to know about the coon pea though, because that or possum pea. That way, I won't have to sand it off.
Yeah, you're sure it's possum pea, because coon pea, no, it'll fish eye on coon pea, but possum pea's all right.
Well, we don't know. We weren't there when the pea happened.
Well, if it fish eyes, we know.
All right, Al.
All right, I love you, man. And as everybody doesn't know, he has a surefire way of not getting you come to a shop, because what he does is you call him, he goes to your garage, you're not even there, he fixes your car and leaves you a sanitized bill on the seat and goes home. Kind of foolproof way that way.
Yeah, well, you do what you can when you can, right?
You got it, my friend. Hope to see you this year. Love you.
Plan to. Take care.
All right, bye. So we don't know if that worked. We got compressors going off and alarms going off, because we got proximity alarms to make sure that if somebody comes up, it gives a little chime in here, and we look at the TV monitors and we can stop them and go, "You ain't coming in here." So we'll play it back and see if it's worthwhile. But he's doing all right. And we're all doing all right. You know, we're all doing just fine. So I'm going to leave you with this. And it's behind me. We're doing all right. Let me flip this camera here. How you do that? Come on, come back up. Oh, I got to cut the phone off. Anyway. We're doing okay. And the reason is because you get this many old men in here. We got to have our normal 70-year-old drugs for 70-year-old men. So we made a shelf, and there on the shelf we made bins for everybody living here through this. They can keep their daily blood pressure medicine and all. But you saw that we like Caddyshack. And by the way, if you notice the video's not shaking, as Angelo next door took pity on me and my shaky old hands. That's the way it goes, you know. But he ordered on eBay and had it shipped over a stand. So it was like, you scared me when you shake like that and hold this. So I'm going to leave you with a bit of advice. And all good advice comes from the movie Caddyshack, that you're all right. So here's our mascot. And that's it. We're all right. All right, that's the one for there. Let's call Canada and talk to Lomax. And if you don't know who Lomax is, I don't know whether to say you're lucky or sad for you. But let's see how the Canadians are doing. All right, back tomorrow with some Canadian news on the corona and what our family and friends are doing. Y'all take care now. You all right.